Hey guys, Zarek here. Haven't done a video like this in a long while, because well, I don't normally like to talk about topics, especially like modern topics like this. But I want to put my two bob in the whole internet censorship bullshit because that's literally what it is. It's bullshit, and I'd like to put my 2 cents into it because I don't necessarily like the whole thing with let me move my mic here, with the whole internet censorship stuff. I don't like it, and for me it's a clear violation of freedom of speech, especially with certain things like banning, minors from accessing certain things. Like, I mean, I get it for the, kind of fruity websites, I'll call them that, for YouTube reasons, because thank you, YouTube. But for certain things like YouTube, Twitter, I mean, Twitter is kind of a cesspit, and I mean, kind of fair enough for Twitter. But like YouTube, I don't see that it's kind of right to do it. Because I mean, YouTube's moderation has been pretty alright. If there's a bad video that comes up on YouTube, I mean, some of my videos myself have been taken down off of my channel. And I see that, like, YouTube is doing a decent job at moderation. I have no idea why these governments are doing it. I mean, I'm Australian. They're doing it for me too. Eventually, I think they're doing it like this year or the end of this year. They're going to be implementing a lot of things. They're going to be implementing, basically, you need an ID to access the internet, like just to use your browser that you want to use, whatever browser. You need to have a ID in order to access that, to access the internet. And that, for me, I mean, Google's already got all of your information. Like, it's that I'm not concerned of. It's having my ID out on file, like on their, like they say they remove it within blah 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 blah, whatever, how many days. But what happens if they don't? Kind of thing. And that's what scares me about it, because I don't really want my ID out on the internet for hackers. Because how many times have you seen where Google gets a data breach, or one of these big major tech companies gets a data breach? You know what I mean? And you get your information stolen. I mean, recently I had my bank account hacked, and it's very easy. Like, it's very easy to access this kind of information, and with IDs being on their files, it's also very easy to basically impersonate someone. Like, yeah, you got someone's ID on file, you can get that printed, whatever you want. Or I don't know how they do it. I'm not a hacker. I can't exactly tell you like what I like how they do it. I mean, I couldn't tell you anyway. But like, they have that shit on file, and if these big companies, which they will be getting hacked, especially because of that, these hackers, or people that don't want to, people that are out to do bad, basically have all this information about you, and can use it to get access to your bank account, can use it to get access to whatever. Like, they can use it to get access into things, and I don't. They can also use it to impersonate you. Like, they could just contact your bank and say, "Hey, it's me. I have my ID and everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't really like the whole needing an ID. Like, I get it for certain websites. I get it for, like, the Hub or, like, websites like that where, yes, it's fruity content and kids should not be able to access it. But for the whole, like, for, like, just accessing a browser, you need an ID is kind of a joke. And it's just a violation of freedom of speech. Because it's not even just freedom of speech, it's freedom of news. Like, oh no, you won't be able to access certain topics because they're sensitive. Like, I sound like a bit of a conspiracy theorist when I say it. Um, I just feel like these democracies are kind of one. It doesn't feel like a democracy anymore. Like, I feel like these democracies just want to censor what you can see. So it's basically communism. What it feels like to me, it feels like communism. And I don't necessarily like that. Like, like I said, I sound like a bit of a conspiracy theorist when I say it like that. But that's what I feel like. You know what I mean? And I don't like that fact that I need to put my personal information. I mean, like I said, Google already has it, but I don't like the fact that I need to have an ID to my name to access this information. I've got an ID, yes, but why should I have to use it to access the web? Like, I get it if I was trying to access us like a fucking fruity site, you know what I mean? But like trying to access just the internet itself, why do I need an ID for that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. I'm not gonna make this insanely wrong, like long. I haven't read too much into it. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos about it. I know the US is kind of doing the same thing with YouTube. The UK is doing some things with, apparently Wikipedia is one of the many things that could be getting censored. And that's also another thing too. Like, why censor Wikipedia? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing. It's censoring history too, because Wikipedia is an informational page. Do you know what I mean? And Wikipedia is it's for information. So like, if a kid is trying to do, like, let's just say there's a history class and they're trying to write about a war or something. Usually they don't do stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really go to school that much, at least not proper school. I went homeschool. So it's a little more complicated for me. But like if they were doing like a history subjects and they need like Wikipedia or something for, a reference to help them out with writing about a certain person in history or something like that, they can't do it no more because it's censored. So it's really fucking over the children. Like in some ways. Yes, the fruity sites, I get it. Like I keep on saying it. I get it for those sites because yes, kids shouldn't be accessing it. But for Wikipedia, like, come on. That's a step too far. Like, yes, there are some things on Wikipedia that maybe kids shouldn't see, but there's also things on Wikipedia that are history, you know what I mean? That just for people to get help on, like, writing an essay about it or whatever, you know what I mean? And like I said, it just feels to me like a freedom, like a violation of the freedom of speech and the freedom of information, and also the freedom of the news and lots of other things. And me personally, I don't like it, not one bit. And I don't like I said, I don't like posting videos like this because it's more modern stuff, and I know a lot of people will probably come at me and say, "Oh, no, like, oh, it's not that bad." Like, this is my opinion, and I know my opinion might not matter to some people, and like, whatever. If you don't like my opinion, don't watch the fucking video. It's that simple. But like, yeah, this is my opinion about the whole internet censorship, and yes, I don't like it at all. Like, that is my definite opinion on this matter. I don't like it. And that's about all I really have to say. And I really hope that people like start protest about this or something. Like, not even protest, because protest is a bit much. But I more or less hope that people like start like petitions and stuff like that. I know petitions sometimes don't help anything, but I mean, if enough people sign for a petition, I'm not doing a petition. I have not got the, required knowledge and the required stuff for that. But if someone starts a petition, especially if it's an Australian petition, I'm signing that petition. Like, immediately. Because I don't like the whole bullshit with what the government are doing. And I don't like it at all. And I feel like this is unnecessary, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem necessary to me at all about this. And I hope people actually, you know, start talking more about this. Because, yes, there's a lot of people talking about the whole internet censorship stuff. But I hope people start taking action to tell these governments that it's not a good idea. At least not how they're doing it. For social media, certain social media like Twitter, I can kind of get it because how Twitter's gone nowadays, or X, but I call it Twitter still because that's what I'm used to. Like, I still call it Twitter, I don't care. Um, like, for sites like that, I kind of get it because Elon kind of made that website just a absolute trash pit. Um, but for sites like YouTube, they've got a YouTube Kids app for children. And some of the content that's on mainstream YouTube, yes, is sometimes bad. But that's what age restrictions for. You know what I mean? And that's what YouTube's guidelines are there for. Not for governments to step in. This is for, the companies themselves to actually work on their moderation and stuff. Instead of, baffling about with ID crap. And I mean, these ID things as well, they're not very good. Like the UK one, I've heard that literally you just need to take a picture of like the Death Stranding character. I don't know his name, but like you just need to take a picture of his face in photo mode and done. Like it's very easy to circumvent it. Like, yes, there's probably going to be updates to the software and stuff like that eventually. But like people will find a way around it. That's the thing. If there's a will, there's a way. People will find ways around it. Like use a VPN or whatever. Like people will find a way around it. It's not hard. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like doing all this crap is not really making the internet any more safe because kids will still be able to do things. They could just take a fucking card out of their parents' wallet or whatever. Like it's not really secure in that sense. Like, yes, maybe some parents keep their wallets away from their kids. I know my parents do because, well, fair enough. But, like, there's some parents out there that will just probably let their kids onto social media. It doesn't matter about the law. You know what I mean? Like, there are some parents that just, you know, do basically everything for their kid. They're not, like, it's not really making the thing more secure by having ID on everything. Like, yeah, I get it for, like I said, the fruity websites because obviously you don't want a kid accessing it. But for social media, I will say no. Social media should not be censored. And that's also going to take away a lot of people's careers, especially for, kid creators that make content for kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's going to take away from all that. And then people won't be able to do content like that anymore because, like, they just won't be able to watch it. You know what I mean? That's what I don't like about it. It's taking away people's careers and what people are trying to do. Because YouTube itself, I mean, I use YouTube also. It's not, I don't only use it to watch just random shit, you know what I mean? I use it to, like, for informational kind of stuff. There's informational stuff on YouTube, but, like, how vague the whole law on the censorship stuff is, it doesn't, to me, it just, anything can get banned, you know what I mean? Like, oh, how to use a VPN? Banned. Or blocked. Because, oh, it's not appropriate for children. Or how to do this, like, oh, I need to build a computer or something. Like, this is just, shit coming out of the top of my head here. I haven't got a script. I ain't got a script. I don't like scripting for videos like this. Because I want to, have information coming out of my head. And usually it's not 100% factually accurate. But I try my best, you know what I mean? And yeah, like what I was saying, like if I was to, try to watch a video on like, oh, how to fix a computer problem, like, oh, my graphics card died, or this software isn't working. Will I need an ID for that too? You know what I mean? Jeez, this video is already 17 minutes. I said it wasn't going to be long, but it was kind of long. I just like to ramble a bit. But, it is what it is. I'm a big yapper. But, yeah, that's my views on the English. My views on the internet censorship laws that are coming into a lot of countries. UK, the US, partially with YouTube. I think Spotify as well. I'm not too sure on that. And Australia. Um, as an Australian that's going to be dealing with these laws next year, I really, really hate it. But if you have any views about it, leave it in the comments. That's much appreciated. I know this video ain't probably going to get a lot of views, and plus it's also not music related, so it's probably not going to get pushed out to a lot of people, but it's fine. I mean, it might get pushed out to people because of the whole internet censorship crap that's been popping up on YouTube lately. Whoever does, feel free to like it if you want, or, comment. Tell me your views on it, or if I've got anything incorrect. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.